Silent Hill fans, this is Whitney once again from SilentHillHistoricalSociety.com with my review of Gecco's Robbie the Rabbit statue and its variants. Robbie is my favorite Silent Hill creature, so I've been looking forward to adding this statue to my collection ever since I saw the original product samples during San Diego Comic-Con last year. And despite one very minor nitpick on the paint job, I'm one happy camper to finally have him in hand. Robbie the Rabbit came out back in March in Japan, but will be available worldwide later this year. He stands over a foot tall, 13.4 inches to be exact, which makes him the tallest Silent Hill statue from Gecco thus far. Like previous Gecco statue releases, Robbie is also made from high-quality PVC and is very lightweight. Besides the pink bloody Robbie seen here, there are two additional Robbie variants released in Japan, a blue Robbie and a super limited souvenir version. The blue Robbie was offered exclusively at Nomikarai in Japan and is limited to only 1,000 pieces. Even though we only see the pink mascot version of Robbie in the Silent Hill game, this blue mascot variation of Robbie can be seen not only on one of Heather's alternate costumes, but also in the short film Usagi found both on the Lost Memories DVD and Silent Hill Experience, as well as other short movies by his creator Usagi Tanaka, like the 2011 Dance Evolution Dance Masters, seen here bustin' a groove, as well as Shot and Decapitated in the 2007 Robbie the Rabbit short. Yikes. The second variant, a bloodless souvenir version, is also available, but in extremely limited quantities. Only 300 pieces have been made and were available only through mail order from the October issue of Figure O magazine. Lastly, while not a Robbie variant per se, retailer Ami Ami offered an exclusive tin of Robbie the Rabbit green tea if you ordered the normal pink version and paid an extra $10. Headlong, who also sculpted Gecco's previous Red Pyramid Thing statue and its variant, did a fantastic job once again with the sculpt for Robbie. He missed no details that I can see, and I think it's one of the most faithful reproductions of the mascot's original Silent Hill 3 model proportions made so far. It really looks like one of the slumped Robbies in the Otherworld Lakeside amusement park stepped right out of the game. His overall paint job by Franken is pretty spot on, and the final statue looks just as detailed as the sample I saw at Comic-Con, with one exception, the blood stain around the mouth. This is a small nitpick, mind you, but I feel the splatter on the final statue is just too symmetrical for my taste, and, at least for me, gave the illusion on first glance that Robbie has rosy cheeks. I much prefer the placement of the splatter seen on the original product samples, but again, it's a pretty easy fix to add or subtract more splatter to make it less symmetrical if you know how to wield a paintbrush. I think my favorite feature, and what really sets Robbie apart from the other Silent Hill statues, is the use of flocking, which gives the illusion it's a real soft mascot.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
Each Robbie statue comes with a stand that looks like the Otherworld grading of Lakeside Amusement Park, similar to the Heather statue, but he can easily stand without one as well. Oh! Also, the souvenir version has a white stamp on the bottom that says Figure O exclusive Robbie the Rabbit souvenir version. Robbie also comes with two weapons, a rusty metal pipe and a chainsaw with varying degrees of blood and decay on them. Now, the pipe I understand, given that we've actually seen promo art of Robbie holding a pipe, but a chainsaw? That's a little odd considering you don't see him wielding one in any of the... Oh, Silent Hill Arcade, I forgot about you. Well, the black chainsaw comes with the regular bloody pink and souvenir Robbie and has "To You, My Dear" engraved on the blade, while the blue comes with a yellow chainsaw and says "Your Finger Post." Okay, I have no idea how either phrase is relevant to Robbie or chainsaws, to be honest, but their overall shape and color certainly matches the ones wielded in the Silent Hill games. Though, the style of writing on the blade on both makes me think that maybe the Leatherface movie was somewhat of an inspiration too, which, hey, isn't too far-fetched given that imagery from the other Chainsaw Massacre movies, like the Cut Right Chainsaw Shop from the second movie, made an appearance in Silent Hill 1. Robbie's flocking can also be easily dirtied and scratched off, so Gecco provided strips of vinyl to wrap around the pipe or chainsaw grip so Robbie can safely hold either without possible damage to the flocking on his hand. Since there are 3 Robbie statue variations, it is no surprise there's also 3 variants to the packaging as well. I really love how all the boxes are set up like they're real souvenirs you might find in the sweet factory store in the park, just with different amounts of rust, blood, and decay. The front of all the boxes feature the entrance sign of Lakeside Amusement Park with lights and curtains surrounding a large window showing a clear view of the statue inside, which is great if you want to just keep him safely in the box away from dust. On the normal pink edition, the packaging, there's both blood splatter and darkness tinging the outside of the box, with the pink Robbie marquee and red curtains top and center. The blue edition packaging appears much worse for wear and is heavily blooded and decayed. The curtains are also yellow instead of red, and a blue Robbie marquee is prominently displayed instead of a pink. The sides of both boxes contain a plethora of information on Robbie the Rabbit, the Silent Hill game series and its popularity, features of the statue, and of course a short profile of the sculptor Headlong and painter Franken. On the back, there's new artwork by Robbie the Rabbit creator, Usagi Tanaka, depicting several Robbies packed in a bathtub. It's pretty random and I love it. Unlike the previous 2 boxes, the packaging for the souvenir version is extremely bright and remains untouched by the other world. This version also contains no manufacturing information and continues the faux lakeside packaging theme on the side, showing headshots of the other lakeside mascots, Kathy the kitty, Huey the horse, and Don the duck, and of course the lakeside logo. The back still shows Usagi Tanaka's Robbie promotional artwork though. Additionally, this souvenir Robbie came in a very special white postal box, as if it was sent directly from Lakeside Amusement Park. The front of the box depicts a red ribbon and a bow, with a tag attached reading, "To you from Lakeside Amusement Park." Both the top and the bottom of the box feature a fake US mail logo, and on one side there's a fragile handle with care sticker, while the other contains a fake shipping label from Mr. Robbie himself and sent through the Silent Hill Postal Service. It's so fucking adorable. Those wishing to display Robbie outside of his box won't be disappointed either. Both the bloody pink and blue Robbie come with a removable backdrop showing a somewhat bloody or distressingly bloody and ripped Silent Hill map with Lakeside Amusement Park circled in red. It's definitely my favorite backdrop out of any of those in the Silent Hill line thus far. The souvenir Robbie's backdrop, a bright and cherry gold color, is admittedly pretty boring when compared to the maps, but given how limited this guy is and how adorable the overall lakeside packaging is, why would you want to take him out of the box anyway? Each Robbie also comes with a small card containing product and manufacturing info on one side, and a repeat of Usagi Tanaka's artwork from the back of their box. If you're looking to add these bloody bunnies to your collection, I've seen them for sale online for as low as $65 and as high as $200 on various internet auctions. The pink bloody Robbie is currently on Big Bad Toy Store for $179.99 as well. But if you don't mind waiting longer, like I mentioned before, both the bloody pink and blue Robbies will be distributed domestically later this year, with a suggested MSRP of only $128. Unfortunately, the souvenir Robbie will never be released outside Japan, and given that only 300 were ever made, he's quite pricey nowadays. I've seen him go for $300 and even as much as $900 on auctions. I think the Robbie statues are my favorite so far in Gecco's Silent Hill line. Minus its odd blood stain on the mouth, is extremely faithful to the original model, and the use of flocking to give Robbie a fuzzy texture certainly makes him stand out. Also, the packaging is fun and looks like it could have been sold in Silent Hill. What's better than that? If you are a Robbie fan and a Silent Hill collector like me, I would definitely recommend getting him for your own collection.